All right, we welcome in the Georgetown Hoyas, victorious over Villanova here in the Big East Women's Basketball Tournament Quarterfinals. Congratulations to the Hoyas, who advanced to the semifinals in back-to-back years for the first time in program history. So congratulations to the Hoyas there. A couple of notes for Georgetown. Big East Tournament career highs for Dionna White with 27 points and Dorothy Adomako with 25. Fourth straight game with 20 points or more, and ninth of the season for White, and 10th 20-point or plus game for Adomako this season, and the 6 turnovers for Georgetown, a season low, and ties their program record for the Big East Tournament. So congratulations to the Hoyas. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, then questions for Dionna and Dorothy, and then we'll take questions for Coach. But first, Coach, an opening statement.
Okay. Yes, it was a tough game out there. We take our hats off to Villanova. It was very hard to play them again after playing them in that second game up there, and the outcome of that game. We knew our team was better than what it showed that night, and I think our young women rallied around that and really came in with a different focus.
All right, we'll do questions for the student athletes. If you just raise your hand, we'll recognize you, and then we'll start. We'll start with John Fanta right there in row number 2.
How would you describe what it's like when you and Dionna are feeding off of each other the way you did today?
It feels good. I mean, we know that we can play hard together, and we're unstoppable together. So when we start going, it's good, and it's great for our team, and we can get our team going as well.
Dionna, was a crazy first half. 15 combined threes made between the two teams. What was this game like just playing in it?
It'd be helpful.
Yes. I think it was fun. The first half, we felt like we gave up a lot of threes. That's where they got most of their points from. So in halftime, we really talked about just running them off the three-point line, not letting them get hot, and keeping our composure, and just having fun. And I think in the third quarter, we really did that. We was playing together, feeding off of each other, and just playing ball.
First half, scoreless in the second half. What changed defensively on her?
Making sure that she didn't get hot again. She's a great shooter, so once she gets going, it's hard to stop her. So in the second half, we really focused on not letting her get the ball, not letting her get in rhythm.
Dorothy, this team's now won 5 in a row. Time of year. Why has this team been able to put it together in March?
And having fun, just buying into what Coach asks us to do, and yeah, so we got to keep it going.
In the first offensive battle, back and forth, you guys make a 3, Nova would make a 3. How does that keep you going? How did that fuel your fire offensively to just keep it going?
I think we always have confidence when we're hitting shots. And just knowing that Villanova, they're a great shooting team. So in order to keep up with them, we had to score the ball too. And just having that in the back of our minds and being aggressive. Everybody always tells us that we're one of the best scorers in the league. And when we really want to play, we're unstoppable. So just having that mindset.
The athletes.
I got one more, Dorothy.
Go for it, John.
Coach Howard says that you guys saw Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Captain Marvel helped you today?
Honestly, I fell asleep during the movie.
So it didn't. Okay. Did you fall asleep?
Nah. How did? I think in the movie she fell 1,000 times and she always got back up. So just having that same type of mindset. We're gonna be down. We're gonna they're gonna score on us, but it's how we come back from that matters.
Good save. We may still keep Marvel as a Big East sponsor. Anything else for the student athletes? Great, ladies. Thank you very much. We'll get you back to the locker room. Lauren will take you back, and then we'll reset and take questions from Coach. Once again, questions for Coach, and then just raise your hand and we'll get you recognized.
Coach, what was the biggest difference for you defensively in the second half that you were able to stop them? You held Villanova to 14 points in the third quarter, 11 in the fourth. What was the difference?
It was one of our assistant coaches put me on Han. So she didn't say that here, but she said put me on Han. And for a kid to take on that responsibility defensively, knowing that Han was hot, that was a big plus. And then I thought, you know, we started to play to scout a little bit the way we wanted to make Kadaka outside shooter and not allow her or anyone else to get anything off of slips and cuts to the basket, which we were able to do. The thing in the second half, I thought we touched up on their three ball. We didn't give as many open looks as they got in the first half. And then once you start to get a lead, they started to believe again. And then their defense turned up even more. And that's what it takes with our group. When they see that they're having some success, now we're hard to beat.
What does that say when you have a player who's that confident in wanting to guard someone else? How much confidence does that give you as a coach to make that change?
That coach on the floor. I'm beaming because now I see the competitive edge coming out. Now I see that will to win coming out. And that young lady right there, I know we might have a different defensive player of the year, but when you play man-to-man all year and she locking down the best and players don't want to dribble the ball in front of her, she's one of the best defensive players in the country.
Coach, what worked offensively so well today?
Flow. I think our kids came out and they hit shots early. And to withstand that Villanova run in the first, to get so many points, we was not able to do that up there. We couldn't score at Villanova. We couldn't throw it in. But when they're shooting the ball the way they shot it in the first half, Hahn hitting threes, and then with Tucker hitting threes, we were able to score to stay close. And I think we went down 4 at the half, and that kept us in striking distance to go back in the locker room and make some adjustments. And those adjustments kind of worked in the second half.
You're just on the sidelines watching these two seniors will you to just big-time play after big-time play.
I don't know if we ever have two like them again, because you're talking about Dionna White, who's closing in on 2,000 points. Dorothy Adomako is about at 1,600. They are special. They are very special. It's a blessing to have both of them. And each season, your team look differently. But I wake up every morning knowing that I got two of the best players in the conference on my team and that they're competitors. And when you have that and they're playing together, as I said this week in all our interviews, that the power of my three seniors is they're together, and Michaela Vincent worked hard defensively. It might not look like it in the scoring column, but defensively in her leading was really huge. So the power of those three, if they're there every day and they're scoring and they're defending, we're hard to beat.
You just mentioned how special you are. How is that a testament to this program with what you are doing? 5 in a row now that you've won, this push that you're making in the tournament.
I think it's huge. Coaches have to make decisions, and I know a lot of people probably wasn't happy about the decision that I made at Villanova when we lost almost by 50. But I pulled all my starters early because they wasn't in it. And sometimes people might say you're trying to send a message, but it's a learning. It's time to learn from things that we go out there and we compete every day. And this is not how we play. And I think since that game, they have rallied. And we had meetings, we talked about it, but getting them to understand this is it for you. This is it. You can't have a do-over. And if you have no more do-overs, what is tomorrow going to look like? Am I going to give it my best that day? And that's all we're saying to them. We're not doing anything different. We're just challenging them to go out and finish their season, their senior year in a fantastic way and try to do something. And I say try. We tried the last 2 years, as you guys said, first time in history, been this 2 semifinals. I want this group, and we started, as Coach Bolton and I have talked, we started when we got the job that I want to do something special that never have been done at Georgetown. I want to win a Big East tournament. One day I want to get to an Elite 8, not a Sweet 16, you know, because those banners are there. We are here to try to do and to turn this program around. And the culture that those seniors are leaving, 2 straight semifinals, I'm proud of them. And the rest of the kids who play night in and night out, who have to work with them.
Anything else for Coach? Great, Coach. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.